Hello and welcome to All Indians Matter. I'm Ashraf Engineer. India is full of extraordinary people. Among them are those who have spent a lifetime helping others, lifting them from debilitating circumstances into better lives. These people are heroes, often unsung because what they do is not glamorous and they don't land up becoming very rich or very high profile. Yet, they are the ones that make us keep the faith. We are meeting someone exactly like that today.
All Indians matter.
We have on the show Vinayak Deokar. Vinayak ji has an interesting story. He was abandoned on the steps of Navrangi Anathalaya in Pandharpur, Maharashtra at the age of 3 months. He was adopted by an elderly couple, quarry workers, who dug out stone to earn a living. At 16, Vinayak ji lost his adoptive father and at age 25, his adoptive mother to cancer. He couldn't clear his class 10 board exams and he married soon after. He waited tables at a small restaurant and sold lottery tickets to fend for his family. Things got better, but in 2001, Vinayakji was diagnosed with heart disease, but by then he was a father of three. He landed up meeting a 4 year old boy who was suffering from the same disease but couldn't afford treatment. This proved to be a turning point in Vinayakji's life because that was when he decided to rise above his plight and help others in need. With help from friends and doctors, he established the Jeevan Mitra Pratishthan Charitable Trust to financially support cardiac, renal, and cancer patients. He also founded the Mahatma Gandhi School run by the Jeevan Mitra Educational Society. It's a free English medium school ensuring education for 425 orphans and children of prisoners serving time in Yerwada jail in Pune, children of sex workers, single mothers, daily wagers, and domestic workers. Vinayak ji, namaste.
नमस्ते सर।
विनायक जी, कुछ अपने चाइल्डहुड के बारे में बताइए, बचपन के बारे में।
हाँ, जैसे कि अभी आपने खुद ही बताया कि मैंने एक्चुअली व्हेन आई वाज़ 3 मंथ्स ओल्ड एट दैट टाइम आई वाज़ अडॉप्टेड फ्रॉम नवरंगी अनाथालय, पंढरपुर, महाराष्ट्र. So at that time I was just 3 months old. My foster parents, those who adopted me, they were 60 years old at that time. At that time when they adopted me, at that time, they were 60 and I was 3 months old. So I used to stay in Vishrantwadi in Vadarwadi, Yerwada, Pune. तो मेरे जो माँ-बाप थे जिन्होंने मुझे अडॉप्ट किया था, वो पत्थर तोड़ने का काम करते थे. फिर उन्होंने मुझे स्कूल में डाला, लेकिन when I was in 10th standard, at that time I lost my father, my foster father, because due to his age, he was something like 80 years old at that time, and my mother was also suffering by cancer. So in 10th standard at that time, I got married to 13.5 years old girl. I was something 16 plus at that time, and in month of February, I lost my father. In month of March, I appeared for the 10th exams. On 21st April, I got married, and in June, I came to know that I am failed. This was how my childhood journey begins and ends.
Right. And you were abandoned, then adopted, but you, as you said, you lost your adoptive parents very early. What kind of psychological
Yeah.
impact did that have on you, and how did you manage to get by?
See, as I told you, that sir, when I was in 8th standard, at that time I came to know that I was adopted. Before that, I was not knowing about this. I was not aware of this. So when I came to know when I was in 8th standard, at that time I was little. Actually, I was. It was a big surprise for me. Actually, shocking surprise. You can say that.
I can imagine. I mean,
Yeah. So it took 2 years to come me to the regular routine because I used to cry in alone. Whenever I used to sit alone, I used to cry. Was what did this happen to me? Why this happened with me only? But slowly, gradually, I came out of the trauma and I wanted to concentrate on my studies. But at the same time, my father, as I told you, he was 80 years old. So due to age, he died. He was admitted in Kamala Hospital for 2 years. So when I was in ninth standard, at that time I used to serve him every day. I used to take him for bathroom, washroom. I used to wash his clothes. He used to do all his what you can say that everything. He was not actually conscious at all. So somehow my then after that my mother, she was suffering by cancer. So she was requesting me for marriage. So I was saying that no, I don't want to marry now because I want to study. But the circumstances were very difficult for me. So I got married at the age of 16 plus 17 like this. And after that I started selling lottery in Vishrantwadi market. And again after that I went to hotel to work as a waiter. And after that I was in Jola Industries in MIDC. I used to work as a helper there. So I worked there for almost 2 years, and then after that, I came into real estate. And in real estate, I was getting some sort of success. So during those period, in that period, I was my chest was paining. So I visited the doctor. So he asked me to go for a ECG. So after ECG, he again asked me to go for TMT and 2D echo. So I went to Jahangir Hospital in Pune. So after this diagnosis, I came to know that my one wall is not working properly. So doctor asked me for wall replacement. So in those days, I think 1,75,000 rupees they were asking for wall replacement in 2001. At that time, I was not having 1,075 also. So at that time, I decided instead of consuming three-time tablets, let us do something for the society and die. So as you
Yeah.
said, that one 4 years boy, Tushar Gore, he was
Yeah.
also suffering by cardiac disease.
Hmm.
So I started raising funds for him. I raised 1,22,000 rupees for him and got successfully operated. And from there, my social journey started. Then slowly, gradually, I started working for heart cancer patients.
Yeah.
One of the builder who used to support me, his name is Suresh Patil. He told me to open one NGO so that you can help in a large numbers.
Yeah.
Then I opened Jeevan Mitra Pratishthan Charitable Trust, which was inaugurated at the hands of Barasaheb Bharde. He was the great Gandhian.
I'm going to come back to that in 1 second, but I just want to know more about that meeting with the 4-year-old boy. What did he tell you, and why did that become such an important event in your life, an inflection point almost?
Because, sir, actually, when I came to know that I am suffering by cardiac disease, at that time I thought that I am only the person who is suffering by this disease. So when I met his mother, actually his mother was raising funds. I was watching one orchestra. So at that time his mother was raising funds for that boy. So that time she approached me also that she was asking for me some donations. So at that time I came to know that even this boy is suffering by cardiac disease, and I am also suffering by cardiac disease. So somewhere I felt that I should help this boy. I don't know from where this thought came in my mind, but somewhere I felt that I should help this boy. So I started helping that boy, and I generated 1,22,000 rupees in 2001. And you won't believe, 101 rupees was the biggest donation,
Wow, so you're talking
higher
about
donation you can say
literally
in
a
those
thousand
days.
people would have it, contributed.
Yes, yeah.
More than 1,000,
So I
actually.
used to, yeah, more than 1,000 because people used to give only 51 rupees, 5 rupees, 11
Correct.
rupees.
Correct.
101 rupees was the highest donation. So it took almost 3 months to collect 1,22,000 rupees for me. Because at that time, even I used to stay in Vishant Badi. I was not having my own identification, and I used to go and ask for money. So people used to say that, Vinayak, you are supposed to look after your family. You are not supposed to do public service. This is not your cup of tea.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you weren't very well off either at that time. I suppose that's why
Yeah.
people were saying that.
Yes.
Hmm.
So then after that, 7 to 8 people, 8 patients, we helped 7 to 8 patients. And after that, I started the NGO. And I would like to tell you that for first anniversary of our NGO, Anna Hazare and Jackie Shroff came. I visited Jackie Shroff's place in Bandra. He welcomed me, and I told him about my work. Immediately, he said, "I am going to come to for your function." He came to our function in Pune. He attended the program, and he was very happy with what I'm doing.
Right. And so that's how the Jeevan Mitra Pratishthan Charitable Trust began. And what does it do today?
Even today, actually, the thing is that we are working nowadays. As you know, that we have started a Mahatma Gandhi School. So now the major focus is on education nowadays. But still, every month, 5 to 6 patients are helped. We help 5 to 6 patients: cancer patient, heart patient, renal failure, like this.
Right. So actually, since you mentioned the Mahatma Gandhi School, that is a really interesting initiative. I mentioned earlier that these are children of prisoners of Yerwada jail and sex workers and single mothers and domestic workers and so on and so forth. How did that idea happen?
Actually, when I started Jeevan Mitra Pratishthan, at that time, my article was there in Times of India. So one doctor, her name is Disha Barve, she read that our article, and she took my number from Times of India, and she approached me, and she asked me to come home morning at 8 o'clock. So I thought she must be giving me some donations. But when I went to her home at morning 8 o'clock, she was with her husband to her little son in-laws, all were there. So we had breakfast, and her husband came with a camera, and I thought they will give me some hand over me some check, but fortunately or unfortunately, you can say that the doctor came with Mahatma Gandhi's autobiography, the My Experiments with Truth.
Right.
Yeah. So after reading that book, this idea came of starting Mahatma Gandhi School, because when I started reading that book, I really got inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, because I was not knowing much about Mahatma Gandhi. But after reading that autobiography, I came to know we are just actually what we read about Mahatma Gandhi is that he was just a freedom fighter, but he was not just a freedom fighter. He was the universal inspiration. So when I was reading Gandhiji's book at that time, when I read that Gandhiji established Tolstoy Farm, Phoenix Settlement, Sevagram in India, Sabarmati Ashram, Kocharbagh Ashram. In one life, he established five ashrams. So this question was troubling me, that why I cannot do in my country. So from last 6 7 years, this question was troubling me. So then finally, I decided to start Mahatma Gandhi School in 2014. And even for that, we were not having funds. So we went door to door and collected newspaper raddi, and sold it. In 1 month, we collected 12 lakh rupees raddi, newspaper scrap. And then we started. And for the inaugural function, Dr. Vikas Amte came as the chief guest. School was inaugurated at the hands of Vikas Amte in 2014.
Hmm. And how many students did you start with?
42 students.
All right. And today you have more than 400. I think 425 is what I
425.
read.
Yeah, we have 425 students now. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Vinayakji, nobody thinks about the children of prisoners, sex workers, single mothers, etc. I mean, you already said what inspired you, but why did you say that I'm going to do it for these children only and not underprivileged children as a whole?
Because, see, as I told you that when I was in 10th standard, I lost my father. So even I wanted to study like my friends, but unfortunately I could not, just because of financial problems. And after reading Mahatma Gandhi, and also I came to know that education is very important. If you want to see the progress of our country, if you want to see the progress of our society, or if you want to see the progress of our family, education is must. So without education, nothing is going to happen. Only few people are there in this world without education, they can achieve their goals. But most of the people, those who want to achieve their goals, they have to study.
Absolutely. So, how does education change the lives of these particular children? Because obviously, it's even more critical for them.
See, now they are very small. Okay, now our higher class is of a seventh standard. Our first batch is of seventh standard. So it will take few more years, but now we are trying to inculcate Gandhian philosophy, Gandhian thoughts in our kids. So we don't want to produce only money making machines. Our main goal is that whenever they will grow, whenever they will get good jobs, or will do the business, they should serve the society also. They are not supposed to get stuck between four walls to uplift their own family.
Exactly as Gandhi had preached, in fact.
Yeah, yes.
What's your favorite story from the school? The story of one student that has stuck with you?
There's so many stories, but one story I would like to tell you. When I started this school, we were celebrating Diwali. It was the first Diwali. So I purchased jalebi, laddu, and kaju katli. So you won't believe, each and every boy, or boys and girls, all were interested in eating kaju katli. Nobody was interested in laddu and jalebi. So at that time, I came to know that they can purchase laddu and jalebi, but they cannot purchase kaju katli.
This is a great socioeconomic lesson, actually.
Yeah. So this was the one you can say this is the one story, but we have so many stories, and
Yeah, I'm
there are so
sure.
many challenges. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I would like to tell you now, every Diwali we provide them enough kaju katli.
Nice. What have you planned for the school in the years to come? So you've started now, but obviously, I'm sure you have more plans for it.
Yeah. See, now school is situated on 4,000 square feet land, and now we are planning to expand this. I want to actually start in future. I'm looking for college also, so that see, people those who are having enough land, big land, those people those who are very rich, they start colleges to make money. Maximum, most of the people they want to make money. As Gandhi used to say that people, those who want to just earn money in their life, they should not enter into education and medical field, because both these fields are to serve the society and the nation. But unfortunately, most of the people coming in this field just to make money, which is really very unfortunate. And I want to set one example in this country or in this world. You can say that a person like me, who is a 10th fail, who is a cardiac patient, who is adopted, he can provide free English medium school in Pune city. So why other people cannot do this? What is the problem? What is problem with them? Why they cannot do? So this is what I want to set the example, and definitely I pray my God that before dying I want to do this.
Absolutely. And I think you raised a very good point that education is becoming so commercialized, and I would say even politicized, because so many of the large educational institutions that we have are actually run by politicians. And
Yeah.
that's not necessarily a good thing.
See, now we are having only 4,000 square feet land. Government is troubling us. They are sending us frequent notices that they are asking us to buy a 40,000 square feet land. So we are not able to purchase just because of money. But people, those who are having money, they are least bothered about all those things. They want to make more money. I'm not talking about all of them, but most of them are the same.
Yeah,
So Gandhi used to say the real difficulty is that people have no idea of what education truly is. We assess the value of the education as we assess the value of land or share market. We hardly give any thought to the improvement of the character of the educated.
yeah,
As long as such idea persists, there is no hope of ever knowing the true value of education.
absolutely.
So education is not a business.
Yeah, it should not be. Vinayji, this sort of work is tough because there's always a lack of resources. You've described some of that already. Sometimes it's looked down upon, sometimes people don't take you seriously. What is it that keeps you going? What motivates you?
So, yeah, so first of all, I would like to tell you that I am self-motivated person. And as I told you that my social guru is Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. When I read about Mahatma Gandhi, you must be knowing that when Mahatma Gandhi was in South Africa, when he established Tolstoy farm, for that he begged in railway station. He used to beg there. Even in India also, for Harijans, for these Dalit students, he used to beg so that he can raise funds for them and so that he can give for their scholarship. So all this inspiration I got from Mahatma Gandhi, because if Mahatma Gandhi can beg for others, for needy people, then who am I? What am I? I'm nothing.
So, when you describe to other people what you do, what is the reaction that you get?
See, now the thing is that now you must be knowing very well, because see, nowadays, not in our country, in the entire world, now people, those who are in sports, film fraternity, politics, so people are more interested in these subjects nowadays. In public service, hardly people are interested. See, you can go through my Facebook, you will not see people don't give us 4 and 5 likes also. I have 15,000 friends on Facebook, but I don't get 5, 6 likes also.
Right.
And this is the truth.
However, if you were writing about Bollywood or something like that, you would get thousands of likes, maybe.
Yeah, obviously, because see, now I'm telling you, we are serving people. We have devoted our entire life for the sake of the society and the nation. But people are least bothered about us because see, as I told you that your Dr. Prakash Amte, hardly people know nowadays who is Prakash Amte. But in Maharashtra, everybody knows who is Raki Sawant. But nobody knows who is Prakash Amte. We
Well
have to
put.
explain them, we have to tell them, अरे बाबा आमटे के बेटे, बाबा आमटे के बेटे, ऐसा बताना पड़ता है लोगों को. We have to tell them. When I tell them people that of software engineers that Prakash Amte visited our place, so they say who कौन है प्रकाश आमटे, कौन सी फिल्म में काम किया इन्होंने. So we feel, I really feel very bad because for this I think somewhere media is responsible for this.
Yeah, yeah. I just think that I mean, media is a pet subject of mine, pet peeve of mine. You could say I could go on and on all day talking about how his priorities are wrong and it's not focusing on the right things. We'll leave that discussion for some other day because that's another one
Yeah.
altogether. But like you said, who is Baba Amte? I think a lot of people would struggle to answer. Social activist who did
Yes, they are
commendable work with
struggling.
leprosy
I
patients and
Yeah, sir, I'm telling you, once we called to Zensa Technology Company, and we called and we asked them who is Prakash Amte, Baba Amte. You won't believe, nobody was knowing who is this Baba Amte, Prakash Amte. How very unfortunate this is, na?
Absolutely, absolutely. Vinayakji, you've said you wanted to launch a college also. Your school needs to expand, of course.
Yes.
But what have you
Yeah.
planned next other than these things?
Other than this thing is that I want to start one free coma center.
Hmm.
Because thing is that a person who goes in coma, his or her family suffers a lot. Because see, I've met a lot of relatives of coma patients, those who were staying in flats, but due to this illness, now they are staying in chawl just because of money. And kids, those who were studying in big schools, now they are studying in municipality school. So this should not happen. That's why, because thing is that when a person goes in coma, you have to per day they have to pay 20 to 25,000 rupees to hospital. And most of the people, they sell their flats, they sell their property, they sell their gold, they have to take loans and all. So these all things are happening. So my dream is that if in case after all these education goals, I want to do that, sir.
So, Vinayakji, here's a question I ask all my guests at the end of the show. Why do you do this work?
Because I want to justify my existence. My existence. I want to justify my existence because see, making Gandhiji used to say, making money and creating wealth is one of my weakest areas. So same with me, making money and creating wealth is one of my weakest areas. And just by earning money and making creating wealth, you cannot justify your existence.
I couldn't agree more. Vinayakji, it was an absolute privilege to have you on the show. I wish you luck and I wish you great success. Thank you.
Yeah. And one more thing I would like to say, people, those who are listening or seeing us, so please come forward and support our initiative. Our school is in Yeroda, it's in Mahatma Gandhi School, and you will hardly find any school in Pune providing totally free education in this commercial world. We are providing totally free education. We don't take any kind of fees. We provide free books, bags, uniform, shoes, stationery, transportation, everything. And our website is www.mahatmagandhischoolpune.org. So please come forward and support our initiative so that we together can change the destiny of the needy society. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for listening. Please visit allindiansmatter.in, that's ALLINDIANSMATTER.in for more columns and audio podcasts. You can follow me on Twitter at Ashraf Engineer, that's ASHRAFENGINER, and All Indians Count, that's ALLINDIANSCOUNT. Search for the All Indians Matter page on Facebook. On Instagram, the handle is All Indians Matter. Email me at editor@allindiansmatter.in. Catch you again soon.